Okay. Hello and welcome to today's webinar. I am Muhammad Najib bin Jaafar from Malaysian Art School, Johor, and I'm the moderator of today's webinar. Sadly, this is our last webinar, and this webinar will introduce to you how to implementing voice recognition on online Runlinc, and the system can also give you a response depends on what you see. This webinar is brought to you all by Malaysian STEM Teachers Association, MASTA, in collaboration with Stemsel Foundation from Adelaide, Australia. Before we start, let me explain on how you can communicate with us during the webinar. If you have any questions during the presentation, just write them in the chat column. You can write your question in the chat column of YouTube, as we live by using YouTube also. Okay, we will have a Q&A session at the end of our meet tonight to answer your question. Okay, tonight at the end of our webinar, before I forget, I want to inform audience, we will have a quiz. Since this will be the last episode after 9 sessions of learning together through this program, PGSM would like to give free robotic kit from Runlinc to our 3 lucky winners tonight. Now, let's begin. We are pleased to welcome our special guest, Prof. Miroslav Kostecki, who is well known as Prof. Miro, Chief Technical Officer of Stemsel Foundation, in cooperation focusing on AI social business startups. Vice Chancellor Technology Transfer of Central University Institute Cuba of Bamenda in Cameroon. He is the inventor actually of Runlinc code programming. So without any further ado, with pleasure, let me welcome Prof. Miro. Welcome, Prof. We are so glad you could be here tonight to introduce to the Runlinc code of programming. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. In fact, it's going to be showing quite a lot of things today, and it will be hands-on. So we want you to follow as well. And also, there will be the quiz, and then we'll also have a special guest speaker as well to finalize from the Australian Consulate Office in KL. He will be also saying a few words as well. So we're having a full program today, so we wish everybody to follow. So I'm going to go straight into the project. Actually, sorry, before I go into the project, I just want to show everyone again, either they can use the online Runlinc, which is, the link is in the document, or they can use the online Runlinc, which I hope they have signed up for. Hopefully many of you have noticed that we actually have a free 30-day trial on the online Runlinc where you can actually share the link. And today I will also show you more about sharing the link as well. So how you find that, let me share how you find that. Okay, so if we open a new tab, if you go to runlinc.com, okay, then we can click on users. And if you have already created a 30-day account, so it's a free for 30 days for this anyway, then you can log in. If not, then you can register and you can sign up, and it'll give you free for 30 days if you haven't registered before. So you just simply sign up with your details, and then you will be directed then to the Runlinc online version 1.2. where you can save your web page separately, and also you can upload it as a link so others can also see it as well, and you can use it and show it and send a link to others. Okay, so let's share the document for today. The document for today is this one. So it's project 7. Okay, AI voice recognition. Online version, which means you don't have to have the kit to get this working, but I will also show you how you can connect this to the kit. So quite excited to show you that as well. Okay, a few things that you need to know for sure about this. This link here is actually correct, and please note that it is HTTPS on this link. The reason for this is that we're using the microphone on the browser, and the Chrome will not allow you to use the microphone unless it is a HTTPS link. So it needs to be a HTTPS. So make sure it is. And this project has been tested on Chrome browsers, Chrome. So please use Chrome today. Okay, if you use a different browser, then you're likely for it not to work, because the Chrome actually contains the voice to text artificial intelligence, AI engine in the Chrome for this to work on the Runlinc. Okay, so it works directly on your browser. So please take note of those, that's important. Okay, so the aim is to implement voice recognition. This means that when we speak, we want the Runlinc to actually translate our speech into a text. So it's basically computer speech recognition or speech to text. Okay, last time we did text to speech, which means when we press the button, then our text will be spoken. But today it will be speech to text. We also do have in here also some text to speech as well, which we can add as the response to our speech. Okay, but the text will be displayed on the browser as well on what we say. So we can say that. If we have not created a response to our speech, then it will not respond, but we can still see our text. Okay, it mentions here about systems where you need to actually teach your voice, but the system that the Chrome is using is called speaker independent, which means that it will recognize your voice, but still only if you speak clearly, of course, and if it's not noisy. If you're in a noisy environment, then this will be more difficult, of course. And if there is other noises, other people speaking, then that will be difficult too. So make sure that you have a microphone maybe that is close to you and that you can speak and speak clearly. Okay, so in this project, we will have a start listening button. The start listening button will then activate the voice to text conversion, and it will print the word that you say. Okay, then after it prints the word that we say, then we press another button, which is stop listening button. And when we press this, then the code will check the text and then will respond depending on what it needs to do with the text. Then it will respond with another AI voice back to us. So for example, if we press start listening and then we say hello, then the text hello becomes printed, and then it also responds with hello to you too, coming back because it can detect the hello. Okay, so this is an example, and we have some others. Okay, let's go and have a look at the code. So we're going to write the code. Open your Runlinc page. And then in the HTML, we actually have quite a lot of code today. So take a look at the code carefully. The code is in sections, so it's not too hard. The HTML page basically has a heading, AI voice recognition technology. We then have a start listening button over here, which activates a function, which is the start listening function. Then we have some text, okay? So the text actually says, please say greetings such as hello, or turn on the lights, etc. Wait for the sentence that you said to be printed on the screen. So this is important. We do need to wait, because if there is nothing printed on the screen, then it cannot respond. So if it's printed, it means that it has converted to the text. And then we can click the button, stop listening, after if we have the text. And then it will print the result of the text here, what we spoke. Okay, so wait for it to print the section here before pressing the stop listening button. Okay, then you will get a reply. Okay, we can have some fun. We can create some responses. We do have some code here as well that basically says that if you're using a browser that's not compatible speech recognition, then it will actually give a response your browser does not support this speech recognition. But the Chrome, if you have the Chrome, if it is updated, it supports the speech recognition, so please use the Chrome. Okay, so we're going to copy and paste that into your browser. So please do that. Okay, so we copy it, and then I'll share the browser. So in the HTML, we paste this here. When we press the run code on this part of the page, you see it has the heading, the start listening, wait for the greeting. So we need to actually see the spoken sentence before we press the stop listening, and then it will respond. But we don't have any code behind the button, so it will not work until we have the code. So let's go back and take a look at the code, what we need. Okay, so the code, like I said, is quite long. Let me just go through it quickly for you. You can take a closer look later as well. So the start listening button is the one that we press when it starts listening. So what this does is basically starts the speech recognition window, okay, and then basically puts that speech recognition into a variable, speech recognition from the Chrome speech recognition engine, and it then sets some parameters in there as well. Okay, on the speech recognition, it starts the speech recognition here, and then it will actually put the result of the speech recognition as called final transcript. Okay, so for this one here, it basically takes a look at the events of the speech recognition, and then at the end, it puts that text into the final transcript variable. Okay, so basically then we have a section here which is an event listener. That means that when it's ended, then we have captured the speech recognition and we have created the response in the transcript, which is the text. This section here, when we press the stop button, then this checks whether we have pressed the stop button, and then we have a function which then goes to the response. So the response then takes that speech recognition, and then then it goes over here, create response. Okay. Sorry, this one here, the function is actually different. The function here, speak, basically takes some text and then it puts it into the speech utterance, which we used before last week, so that when we actually do get a response, then it can speak the response as well. Okay, so after creating the response, then we actually, what we do is we check whether the response is something like hello or hi, whether it's the word command, turn on, turn off. And then depending on our what is checked, then it will basically go over here. So if it says the greet words, which is hi or hello, then it will say hello to you too. If it is a command word, such as these commands, then what it does is it takes this sentence here, command received, and then it will repeat the command. So it will repeat the command that it received to recognize it as a command. And then it will speak that response. Okay, so let's see what happens if we put that in. So I'm going to just get that one. And share. Okay, sorry, let me just stop the share again because I should share the sound because of course the response is in a sound. So share the sound and open that one again. So please notice again that this is HTTPS, which will be the secure icon on the top. And when we press the run code, if you have not run the code before, then when you press the start listening button, then your browser will ask for the microphone to be started. So I'm going to press the start listening. Hello, Runlinc. And it says, how are you, Runlinc? I'll do that again, need to be clear. Hello.
Hello to you too.
So you see the word here has come up, the hello. Okay, my speech was translated into the text. Okay. So it can actually take other words as well. If, for example, if you press to start listening, you can say, hello, computer, I like Runlinc.
Hello to you too.
So you can see that it actually picked up this speech here. Hello, computer, because I pressed the start listening when I was still saying start listening. Okay. Right. Also, you can say something like, I command you to sit up.
Command received. I command you to sit up.
Okay, so it took the word command and then it actually said it recognized it as a command and repeated what the command was. Okay, so this is the basic function, so we can see that it is working. So let's take a look then at the extension. Okay, the first extension, there's a couple of simple extensions there. Is there any questions on that so far before I do the couple of extensions?
Yes, Prof. I have one question.
Yes?
As I look, you are using Runlinc 1.2, version 1.2, and
That's
mine
right.
is 1.1. Will this cause any effect?
No, the 1.2 has more resources. So like I said at the beginning, there is a 30-day trial for the 1.2. So this means that we can upload the result, which you can save and share, and also you can download a HTML. So there are more options on the 1.2. The link on the document is version 1.1, but the 1.2 you can register like I showed at the beginning. So you go to Runlinc and users and you can register for that. We do suggest that you do register for that, and I will show you the advantages of that as well at the end too. Okay. All right, I'll do the first extension. So share the screen. So this is the back to the document. So if we go over here, we run the application. Okay, it is important when you do this not to just to speak and then press the stop speech straight away. We need to make sure that that we do see the text before we press the stop listening button, otherwise it will not work. So I'll emphasize that again. See the text first and then press the stop listening, and then it will process the text. Okay, the extension, the first extension we'll do is we'll add the word weather. So the word weather means that if we have a sentence such as, what is the weather today? Then it will respond with open the window, then you will know. Okay, so we can add that in as another option, but we need to add in all of this section here, because this is part of the if, this bracket, and this one here is part of the for command. So put all of that in, and then we can test it. Like I said before, test one thing at a time before you move on to the next section. Okay, so let me share that as well. So go down here. And I have actually added in the words weather and sunny into this section here. But if you do put that variable just above this section here, which has been added, then it will still work. So it can go also above, but it can go together with the other words. Okay. So let's see if that works. Press the run code. Notice I also added the word sunny in there as well. So you can add a list of words in there that it will recognize that you want it to respond. Okay, so for example, what is the weather today?
Open the window, then you will know.
Okay, so what is the weather today? That was what it heard. Or I can also say, is it sunny today?
Open the window, then you will know.
Okay, so it responded to change the voice into the text. So we're detecting that text. Okay, so it can detect the text, then we can also do other things too. At the moment, we're responding with some text to voice, but the Runlinc can do many other things, of course. So for example, if we wanted to draw something, remember that we did traffic lights before and we could draw some rectangles, we can draw some circles. So we're going to add and tell the Runlinc to actually see if we can draw a square, ask it to draw a square onto the screen. So we'll do that next. So we'll stop the share, and in the document, you see this part here. So we go down, and the second challenge basically is when it detects the word square, then it will still say the greeting, which is here is a square, and then it will do the code for the square, okay, which is the canvas code, and then the black line to create the rectangle, which is this shape here, 520, 0, 100, 100. Okay. The other thing that we need to also add there is that this canvas here is on our screen, so it needs to go into the HTML. So this canvas ID with the height 1000, width 1000, that means that we create a window on our screen, and then within that window, then these coordinates we can draw, just like we did on the second project. This time we want to tell and detect the word square in our speech. Okay, so when we add that in, also underneath, so we'll copy and paste that in. Share that. Okay, so just at the end, after the open window, we now have added in this part here. Notice that here we can also put the variable draw words, and then it will actually check the draw words just for the word square. We could also add other words in there as well for this to happen, but it's detecting on the square. But don't forget also that we also need to add this part here at the end, which is the canvas, so that it can actually have the space to draw when it actually activates the command. Okay, let's try that one. Run screen. So listening, we'll just check if we can still say hello. Hello, Runlinc.
Hello to you too.
Please draw a square for me.
Here is a square.
Okay, so you can see that actually draws the square then on the screen. Okay, it detects the word square in the sentence, and then it will actually activate that square. Okay, so obviously we can add then many other functions. The other functions that we have talked about as well before, we can also put them in. For example, we could detect an object in there instead, or there are other things that we could actually do. Draw a car, then it would be a more complicated. Okay, all right. Because it can also do these other functions though, if you have a kit, it means that it can also connect the function to the inputs and the outputs. So for example, we have had students that have said, draw the graph of the light sensor. Okay, this was using Google, but this one doesn't even need to use Google. It just directly runs on the Runlinc, can recognize it directly. Okay, or we can ask it to turn on and off the lamp. So I will show you the example for that one as well, if you have the kit, because I do have the kit here as well. Okay. Okay, so over here I have added in also the lamp on, or we can say light on or light on the lamp, and also added in the off light, less light or off the lamp. And what that looks like in the code is simply like this. Okay, so here we have it. So this one here, it takes the command, which is like on lamp, then it will say that it's a command, then it will repeat the sentence and still have the voice greeting, and then it will have the turn on lamp. So we simply add the turn on lamp in there very easily. And where is my lamp? My lamp is connected to C4 lamp, okay, which I can even test. And if I have the off words, then we can add this word here, turn off lamp. So I'm in trouble with. Okay, so these are commands from the group of words, command word 3. Okay, which is over here, the off. So let's test that as well. Stop the code, run the code. And we can start listening. Turn on the lamp. Okay, let me. In trouble with my tabs because of the sharing on the Zoom. Sorry, let me just try that again. to my tab. Okay, sorry, I'll have to stop the sharing and get to the tab. Sorry, the Zoom was blocking some of my buttons here. Let me try again. Okay, turn on the lamp.
Command received. Turn on the lamp.
Okay, so I changed my camera. Can everyone actually see my lamp at the moment?
Yes.
Okay, so I will press the start listening again. I want you to turn off the lamp now.
Command received. I want you to turn off the lamp now.
Okay, so it actually turned off the lamp as well because they had the lamp off.
Can I give the command from Malaysia?
So that's actually a good question, and the answer is actually yes. On the Runlinc version 1.2, you can actually upload. You see there is an upload button. So if you press the upload, it will upload Runlinc voice recognition. I've added plus, so press upload, and then it will actually upload that to my file lists over here. Open files on this version, and it will go to the files. Remember that you can actually use this as well. We have created a 30-day trial for this. And you see there is a Runlinc Voice Recognition Plus. Okay, so it will open your web page. So this is actually the web page. I'm going to copy this and then put it onto the chat box for you to try. Make sure I've done the stop code. Okay, so Suhaili, you said you wanted to try it.
Yeah.
I want to send it to you and not to everybody because otherwise I don't know what other people are saying, whether they're saying on, off, or anything like that. So I will paste it to you. This is my link, which the Runlinc 1.2 created, the file. So do you have the link?
Yeah, I already opened it now.
Okay. So you can see the buttons.
Okay.
You can still see my lamp. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So remember, when you press the start listening, then you need to speak clearly. After you see the text, then press the stop.
Please switch on the line.
So you've got to open in Chrome.
Yes.
Okay.
Please switch on the lamp.
Do you see the text?
You say spoke on the line once, got the opening Chrome. Yes, okay. You will get a reply for what you said. Have fun. Okay, I start push the button listening.
So did you see the any text generated?
Yes.
What does it say?
You will get a reply for what you said.
Now, after the stop code, under the spoken sentence where it says spoken sentence.
Or got a opening Chrome. Yes, okay. You will get a reply for what you said. Have fun. Okay, I start push the button listening.
Okay, so press the stop listening first, just to make sure,
Okay, done.
and then press the start listening.
Right.
Did your Chrome ask you if you can share the microphone?
Oh yes, I share the microphone.
You already shared it?
Yeah, I'm using the same microphone.
No, I mean, did the Chrome ask you if it can share?
Yes, you already share it. I'm using the same microphone.
Okay, so so press the start listening, and then you can just say lamp on lamp or on lights, something like that.
Okay, all right. I tried it.
So press the start listening.
On lamp.
Do you see the text on lamp under the spoken text?
No.
Hello
Okay.
to you too.
Oh, the spoken sentence. Hello to you too.
Kenapa? Mau ke sini lah.
So it looks like your microphone is not activated on your Chrome.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Najib, can you try, Najib?
So who's going to try?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure, I can try. If I have the link, then I can try.
Okay, I will send it to Najib. So that means that you should close the page then, Suhaili.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so do you have it?
Yes, I received the link. Now I'm going to copy and then I paste at my browser.
Okay, which is in the Chrome. You're using a Chrome browser?
Yes, I'm using a
Okay.
Chrome browser. So
Okay.
now I will click the button start listening. Turn on the light.
Do you
Okay,
see
now
that?
it's pop up the spoken sentence, turn on the light.
Very good. Did you press the stop listening button?
Okay, I click the stop listening and respond.
Okay. So did you hear any words after you pressed the stop listening?
No, there is no sound for that.
Okay, just try simply on lights.
So I just click the
On
button
lamp.
start listening once
So
again.
press the start listening again, and then just speak on lamp. Yeah.
Turn on the light.
Did you press the stop listening?
Yeah, I already clicked the stop listening and respond button, and the spoken sentence was turn on the light. It's there. The sentence is there,
Okay.
and
So-
I already clicked the button of stop listening and respond.
Just use two words. Just say on lamp.
On lamp. Okay, I will try again. So
Okay.
now I will click a start listening button.
Sure.
Turn on.
Okay. Press the stop listening.
Yes.
Just
Stop
use the
listening.
2 words on lamp.
Oh, on lamp. Oh, sorry. On lamp. But the sentence coming out is lamp, like a lamb chop. I try
Okay.
again.
Try on light. I also
On
put
light.
in on light.
On
So you
light.
can
Okay,
put on
okay, on
light.
light.
Okay.
Hungry, Najib.
On light.
Command received. On lights.
Yes.
It's on.
It's
Very
happened.
good.
It's on.
Try off lights.
Done.
Off light. Okay, I will
Off
try
light.
it.
Try off light.
Off light.
Command received. Off light.
Very good. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay.
Why when I say turn on the light, the code is not function, Prof?
I don't think that I put in on the light. I don't think I put in those
On
3
light.
words together. If I actually put in on the light in there, then it would actually turn it on. Okay. Yeah. I have also added in another function in there as well. I want you to command the computer to sit up. So tell the computer I command you to sit up, because I have actually have a response to that in there. Go ahead.
I command to you to sit up.
Command received. A command so you to sit up. But I don't know how to do that. Can you teach me? Just add some code to Runlinc. It's easy.
Can you hear? Cikgu Suhaili, can you hear?
I know, but how can the computer want to set up?
Okay, very good. Okay, you can put in your own responses in there as well. Sure.
It's interesting.
Very good.
Using
Okay.
to control the hardware.
Yes, the voice to control the hardware. The Google Home actually can do that as well, but now the Runlinc can also do it directly, which is actually good, because in the past we have used Google Home, but now the Runlinc is more flexible because we can also use it directly on the page. Okay, what you have noticed there too is that I can upload the file and you can open it. So this can happen also with all the other projects. So we can save the projects using the Runlinc 1.2. You can use upload, and then you can share the web page which you have made. Okay, and you can change the web page as well. And like I said, please sign up, 30-day trial. Okay, so it's free anyway for 30 days. So please try that as well, and you can share your web pages. Okay, I think that soon we will have also our special guest arriving, as he is here at the moment.
We also can do with lyric of a song.
You can activate anything. So if you want to also activate something like a recording from Runlinc, you can activate a recording. You can say, show me a picture, and it can show a picture. Like we did pictures before, we can change pictures. Or, so all of that code is simply a function. So whatever it triggers, then you can trigger that function, and that can happen as well. Okay. Any other questions? We're just waiting also for Adil to actually arrive as well, and then we're hoping to have our quiz. In the meantime, is there any other questions?
I saw George.
Yes,
Yeah.
George
Hello,
is here.
everyone.
Hi, George.
Hello, George.
Where are you from, George?
I'm from Cameroon. I'm 13 years old.
Okay, Cameroon. It's a good football players there. It's good.
Yeah, a lot of football players are here. The main sport practice in Cameroon is football.
Oh, every day you play football?
No, I don't love it.
You
I
play,
love doing AI and IoT projects at home.
you play with Runlinc.
Yeah.
Yeah, George has a Note MCU he brought to the television yesterday. So George, you want to explain to all our teachers here from Malaysia what happened?
Yeah, actually,
yesterday?
this is the security system I built. If you can see,
Oh,
I
Mm.
built
What's
the
that,
security
George?
system.
What's that?
It's an intruder alarm system where I use the laser beam, yeah, a light sensor, yeah, a buzzer, my Node MCU. I use blue LED, red LED, and green LED. I can actually show you people a demonstration so you can see.
Sure, just wait. I think Adil is just entering, so maybe he can see your demonstration too.
yes,
Okay.
Are you there, Adil?
Is Aidil here?
Yeah, Adil has just
I
arrived.
think he has just joined.
Adil, just an introduction. Adil, you got George, 13 years old in Form 4 in Cameroon. He showed this intruder alarm project on television yesterday in Cameroon.
Okay, hi
And
George.
so-
Thanks.
yeah, so George is going to give a short presentation of what he did with the Note MCU Runlinc project, intruder alarm. Go ahead, George.
Yeah. My name is Bershib Ben George. I'm 13 years old. I'm from Cameroon. My intruder alarm system functions with AI voice, and I plan to add an IP camera for image recognition. This is how it functions. When the laser beam reaching the photoresistant is break, or activate my red light and my buzzer will come on, and automatically my AI voice will come on because the analog in from the light sensor entering the computer will be less than the one in my code. For example, if I put that, if analog in less than 150, if analog in less than 115, red light come on, else red light goes off. That is just like a simple sketch of my program. I did that and added the blue and created a web page to be able to control the blue light from any part of the world and will raise an alarm if the laser beam reaching the photoresistance is broken, which will activate the buzzer. Let me just show a brief demonstration with AI voice so you can see.
Okay.
Let me share my screen a bit better.
So George is using the Runlinc on the Node MCU, which I think most of the teachers that have the hardware over there have the same chip over there as well.
We need George after this.
Yeah, he's already your ambassador. Don't worry. You just have to tell him what to say. He'll do it on behalf of Malaysia.
I will add George to our Telegram group.
Yes, yes. So yesterday, as I said, he out of the blue, the television people, he is very popular now on social media. I get all sort of surprises in my own WhatsApp that they sent to me about George in Cameroon. And he's a maverick. 13 years old, he's going to start Form 4 already. He's in Form 4 already. He's 2 years ahead of his...
George, your Runlinc saves into the downloads, so it would be in the downloads box.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, sir.
He's a very fast learner. Not only in Runlinc, but in conceptual.
Alert, your photo has been sent to the police, run or go to jail. Intruder alert, your photo has been sent to the police, run or go to jail.
Yeah, as you can see, actually inside my home, it's a little bit dark.
Intruder alert,
When I
your
on
photo
my
has been sent
Facebook-
to the police, run or go to jail.
Yeah, you can see my green light is on. My green light here is on. So my buzzer is off because according to my code, here is 125 and I asked if it's less than 100. If the analog in is less than 100, nothing should happen. So if I break it,
Intruder
Yeah.
alert, your photo has been sent to the police, run or go to jail.
my red light and my
Intruder
buzzer
alert,
is
your
on.
photo has been sent to the police, run or go to jail. Intruder
When
alert,
I
your
do
photo has been sent to the police, run or go to jail.
It stops. I
So-
plan to add an IP camera for image recognition, but yeah, it's very difficult. So I'll just do a camera streaming, which will see the video of anybody entering, and I'll try to study more to know the GPS location of each person entering the house. That's my main plan. And if I had
Okay.
help to make an image recognition, I'll be very happy.
Yes, you can do that. We do have some code, George. Very good. That's excellent. You can also change the where it says less
Intruder
than
alert, your
100
photo has been sent to the police, run
for
or
your
go to
light
jail.
conditions. So you could change that to a lower number and then it won't trigger so early. Thank you very much, George.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, George.
Thanks, George.
So I understand that there will be a quiz that we will do also with the teachers. So Adil is here also to listen about the quiz is about the questions. Adil, we have done 7 projects and the quiz is about the 7 projects.
Okay, sir.
Okay, before that, let me introduce to audience. So tonight we have a special guest from Australian government representative in Malaysia, which is Adil Akbar. Welcome, Adil Akbar.
Thank you.
So he was a Stemsel intern in the South Australian Premier Research Fund STEM Skills Transfer Project in 2003 to 2007. So welcome, Mr. Adil Akbar. So, Cikgu Suhaili, should we start our quiz right now?
Depends on Dr. Peng.
Well, I suppose if you have some time, maybe we should, or at the end, up to you guys, whether people will still stay around, maybe hear a little bit from Adil's own experience so far. Or do you want to leave it at the end?
I think so. I think let the quizzes be at the end of our webinar. So why not we listen to Adil Akbar?
Yeah, maybe we
Okay.
can build relationship more between teachers, STEM teachers in Malaysia and STEM teachers in Australia.
Okay, so just before Adil speaks, I just was going to, I told Adil that he would know about our 7 projects. So I'll just review that also with everybody and also Adil. So Adil, the first project was 1 line of code on Runlinc to use the camera on your phone and see it on a web browser on your laptop. The second project was to do 2 buttons on a web page where they could change a picture from a lamp on to a lamp off, okay, with simple buttons. So, and the third one was creating traffic lights on the web page, which could automatically change the timing to be correct, and also drawing the shape of the traffic lights as well as the pictures. The fourth one was that you could enter some text, and then you could create a storytelling app, which you can play also on your phone and can send email with more information and also pictures on your web page. The fifth one was the object recognition as well. The object recognition, which was basically if you place an object such as a mouse in front of your camera, then the Runlinc will recognize what is the object as well, and then can respond. And the sixth one week before, was actually to create buttons on the web page to speak. So you could create some information buttons and also create information such as 5 buttons students have done for the UN SDGs, explaining those, and the smart home. And the 7th one today was when we speak, then basically the Runlinc will respond. So it can respond with the voice, or it can respond by drawing a square on our screen, or even today we had Najib, who spoke to the Runlinc and turned on my lamp here in Australia and turned it off. So these were the 7 projects. Okay.
And how many people are involved in this whole program?
I think we have a few hundred together in our group, but coming to the webinars, I think on average there was about 100. Is that correct?
It's being live streamed, isn't it?
Live stream to Google,
Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah, Facebook.
As I understand it, Adil, PGSM, this STEM Teacher Association of Malaysia, has about 1,000 plus teachers across Malaysia. And so thanks to Cikgu Suhaili, he's the chair, isn't it, or president of this group of very dedicated specialist teachers in STEM. They have formed a special group also within to, in fact, they acquire some of these chips already, the Runlinc chips, thanks to these teachers who are able to then expand it back into the school. Like there's a teacher, Lee here, Lee Chong Bang from Georgetown, SNK Georgetown. He's, hello, Mr. Lee. Yeah, so there's a lot of chain reaction here. So thanks to Cikgu Suhaili, and then I think Cikgu Zaki. These are the two teachers who started off and then got us involved with 1,000 plus teachers. And then now they are getting into the schools now. So teacher Lee has got the green light from his principal, Atika, who presented to the Penang, education director, just a couple of weeks back, to get the green light to implement this within his own school, you see. So I think this is important, obviously, just maybe very good luck for other teachers listening in, that Georgetown, where teacher Lee is in, is actually a sister city of Adelaide, where we are in at the moment. So we hope that this type of collaboration, tomorrow we will be explaining part of this at the KLESF, Kuala Lumpur Engineering Science Fair, organized by Utah teachers, IEM as well. I think they have a good relationship with IEM. And then tomorrow we have got about 100 plus. That was last week of registration already from Malaysia, from Vietnam, from Philippines, from Thailand. So it's very well publicize this event. And so tonight's experience will be shared tomorrow as well.
The potential outcomes framework is the only way to do research. And if you're not doing that, you're not a real researcher.
Yeah. So
No worries, it's fine.
yeah. So that is a bit of the overall big picture of how, unknowing to us that there are teachers from Georgetown, SMK Georgetown, who is now, obviously, we are trying to get ministers between Penang and then a minister in South Australia, like Jing Lee, a Malaysian-born minister of multiculturalism, in order to hear about this PGSM story of how then with some, help from the other ASEAN countries, like Dr. Sompon from Thailand, is very keen to get the ASEAN STEM Federation going, which obviously has a lot of ministers already have many education sort of collaboration. But I think one specific one that we want to do is the STEM. Obviously this go beyond ASEAN and into Africa as well.
Yep.
So at this moment, shall we get Adil? You want to say a few words?
Yeah, sure. To be honest, I haven't prepared a speech for this event, so it's just a bit impromptu, and I didn't go and search my old speeches, so hope you guys can just bear with me. But to be honest, good evening, everyone. I'm really pleased to join you at this evening event. Thank you for inviting me, especially to Miro and Peng Chu. So as introduced earlier, my name is Adil Akbar. I am the South Australian government representative in Malaysia, based at the Australian High Commission building in Kuala Lumpur. So as you can see, the background picture of my virtual picture is actually, that's the Australian High Commission in Kuala Lumpur at Jalan Yap Kwan Sing, just across the road from the KLCC Twin Towers. It's been a delight to be invited to this event, and I'm glad to hear that the activities from Stemsel Foundation that they've done in Malaysia for the past few years has grown and continues to receive support from the Malaysian side. In fact, actually, international education is a major sector for us in South Australia. It's our top export services earner, actually. Unfortunately, because of the COVID situation, many of our students from Malaysia are unable to travel to South Australia, but that doesn't mean that our international education links with Malaysia has to stop. Just recently, earlier this month, our school sector, known as South Australia Certificate of Education, that provides year 10, 11, and 12 curriculum, they've just renewed their partnership with Intact Education College in Shah Alam as well for another 3 years. Mainly for Malaysians studying year 12 Australian curriculum, or sometimes known in Malaysia as Australian matriculation or South Australian matriculation, as their preparation to go to universities. But I'm glad that despite of our strength in tertiary sector, which our universities are quite well known for, and also at year 12, which we have about 4 partners in Malaysia. But we can also provide education technology, edutech, and work closer with Malaysian side for children younger than that. So as demonstrated by Stemsel, students as young as 9, 10 years old can already start to learn programming, and not just sometimes those toys that you can buy in the commercial stores, but also to do a bit more deeper programming as shown by Stemsel Foundation. And what more, at the same time, they still simplify to make sure that it's easy for students as young as 9 and 10. When I started with Stemsel, when it was known under a different name before, back in year 2004, it was part of, during I was with University of Adelaide, so it was part of a state government sponsored project during that period. and working with several universities where we send university students. And myself, I was doing engineering in electrical electronics at the universities. So we represented the universities and worked together with Stemsel to go to high school students in South Australia and to teach them in terms of robotics programming. But I can see the evolution from then till now. There's been a lot of improvements along the way. And I would like to congratulate Peng as well as Miro on this achievement as well. So from the South Australian government side, we continue to work closely with our international education sector to manage the challenges in the COVID situation. So from our side, we also work closely with the federal government to see if we can start reopen the borders again. However, COVID challenges on the ground may put our plans a bit on the back burner sometimes. But we are still glad that we are the first state in Australia that has been given the permission to do a pilot project to allow students to come in. And hopefully in the future, once the partnership between Stemsel and you are strengthened, we can open to other visitors as well. And maybe we can get some representative from PGSM, sorry, thanks, Frank, to come as well and visit in South Australia. Not just to visit Stemsel Foundation office and to see our students, how they do it over there, but I'm glad to share with you as well that South Australia is also a leader in artificial intelligence, big data analytics, cloud computing, and cybersecurity in those areas as well. Just to give you a bit of a feel, just earlier this week, we participated in Malaysia Tech Month, which is run by MDEC in Malaysia for the whole month from end of July until end of this month. So we had an Australia Day yesterday under MDEC Gain Connect. And during that session, we introduced about 5 companies from Australia, and the Malaysian side also introduced their 5 featured companies as well. And we're glad within those 5, there's the first company was actually from South Australia. The company name is known as Myriota. So it's basically an artificial intelligence company with IoT embedded in it using satellites, low orbit satellites. So these are the kind of things that our entrepreneurship community in South Australia, which they may have gone through the education from young as what has been they've been exposed from Stemsel Foundation, and where you can build and develop your local young talents. Hopefully in the future, they can then create their own startup similar like Myriota. Myriota is just a startup company, still very young company, and now doing one kind of a product and services that is really needed around the world, especially areas where you don't usually get 4G or 3G kind of a coverage. So we're talking about offshores or even remote areas so that they can have internet connectivity. I think what is more important is right now is to really identify the talents in our young children and to develop and inculcate that as well. And I think in that area is where Australia and Malaysia, and especially South Australia and Malaysia, can work much closer in that space. Peng mentioned about Penang, Georgetown being a sister city to Adelaide. So we have been a sister city since 1973. So we're about to come on our 50th year celebration in December 2023. So that's just slightly over 2 years from now. It's a very important milestone, and we would like to see and celebrate and to further strengthen the people-to-people relationship. So education is definitely one of the key areas that we are going to focus on. Apart from that as well, Malaysia in general, we have upgraded our bilateral relationship between Australia and Malaysia as a whole, known as Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. So for Malaysia, Australia is the only second country that Malaysia has this relationship with. And we're proud on that. The first being China, Malaysia and China. And we look forward to do more between Australia and Malaysia. From the Stemsel side, I would say that I look forward for more expansion of their programs and partnership with you. And I think there's more things that even from my office, and I'm more than happy to support Peng and Miro and our other federal agencies in the High Commission as well, wherever that is relevant for us to support you in the market. And if you're having an event, we're more than happy to participate and to assist wherever necessary. That's all from me. And feel free if you have any questions that you need to know a bit from our side. Happy to answer while I'm still in this session. But I need to apologize. I might not be too long because I'm also doing some other projects right now. But happy to stay for at least another 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you so
Adil.
much. Sorry. Go ahead, Najib.
Thank you, Mr. Adil Akbar. Thank you. Maybe we, PGSM, can do a collaboration with Mr. Adil later on after the border is open. Then we can go visit South Australia, because what I listening from him, it's very interesting over there. And why not we bring also our student to go over there and learn by themselves about programming, about ICT, and also about AI actually. Okay, we at the end of our webinar today. We would like to hear from Prof. Myro for last speak, maybe for
Okay.
us today.
So, yes, I think we've covered the questions. I was looking forward also to the quiz, so I'm happy to proceed with the quiz. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry,
So,
how long is the quiz for? Is that about a few minutes, or is going to be a bit extended? Because I thought if Adil has to go, maybe we wrap it up with him here. So thank you very much, Adil, for attending. I know you have a lot of things on your plate, especially now with the new government. There's a lot of changes in portfolio, so you have to be very busy getting to know the new ministers now. And
yeah, there's been some changes, but we're tracking it closely. I understand the Minister of Higher Education is still the same minister, YB Radzi, I'm not mistaken. And actually, he is a graduate of Australian University as well, though not from South Australia.
Wow, how lucky!
Yeah.
Excellent. And I understand Deputy Minister Ma, Dr. Ma. Yeah, he's been told about, he's been informed about Runlinc through a few of the teachers who are part of PGSM. I think Jenny Chiang, is it?
Yes.
Jenny Chiang has a special project on online learning because of the COVID. And so she works with Dr. Ma fairly closely. And so she has already presented to Dr. Ma. He's aware of what this group of teachers are doing, which is fantastic. So I think this also then give us a chance to, as Najib said, welcome to Adelaide. It's not just a defense hub. We also correct me if I'm wrong, Adil, I think we are also the center for aerospace. Because of the desert, in the desert, we have a rocket launching capability. And so a huge amount of reason to come to Adelaide. And obviously we can prepare you to come and present and meet, not only meet, but actually have similar sort of, what do you call, interaction with many of these teachers in South Australia. We look forward to that.
Yes.
And and I'm sure Adil would be a very key role here because of his knowledge of Adelaide. And I'm sure he's looking forward to coming back again soon after the lifting of the, what do you call, the borders, you know?
Yeah. So just to, you're right, Peng, but to be more specific, the Space Agency for Australia, the headquarters is in Adelaide. And we are also one of the sites in Australia that our rockets get launched to go to the orbit in the space as well.
So a huge amount of reasons that we brought Adil in today, so that all teachers are able to start thinking how to build this relationship using the competitive advantage that's of Runlinc that George has so far, through these Malaysian activities brought back into Cameroon. Because there is another girl here, and I don't know whether she's gone off to attend her tuition. She's also from Penang, Ng Jun. So she started the Girls in STEM, also involving, I think, a teacher, Jenny Cheng. And so huge amount of relationship building here, opportunity, really a lot of this. And just before you go, Adil, some of this content will be shown at the November International C-STEM Conference organized by Thailand as well. And so we are keynote there, invited as keynote as well as part of their organizing committee. So we'll invite many of these PGSM teachers and their case studies to be shown at the 2-day conference in November 24th, 25th. So make sure that you cross out the 2 days, and we will get you to speak there as well, if you don't mind.
Sure, happy to do so. We might be doing also an event at the end of November with MDAC again under the program Australia-Malaysia Tech Exchange, where we might be showcasing our Lot 14 capabilities. So Lot 14 is an area of innovation and creation neighborhood in the Adelaide city, where we have where our headquarters of our space agencies are located. But more importantly, a lot of the AI and IoT kind of companies are located over there.
Absolutely.
And if you are interested to know more, happy to open the invitation to you as well, if you would like to understand more what Adelaide has as well, and to see what other areas that we can collaborate on as well. Our universities are also very open to do joint research collaboration with people from overseas as well, and especially Malaysia. So it doesn't have to be universities to universities. It can also be with teachers as well. I'm sure there are other areas that would be possible to do that. And yeah, happy to continue to build links between South Australia and Malaysia in that sense.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So George,
Mr. Adil, I had a question.
Yeah, Adil, George has a question from Cameroon.
Yes, George.
During the competitions you talk about and the research during the ending of November, can I also participate and also do research with the university students?
Yeah, I mean, for the Lot 14 event, yeah, happy to share the link later to Peng and Miro, and for them to share with you those information, because they would have your contact details and I don't. So yeah.
By then I think George will become a star already. So we have to have special invitation for him to come. We only got to know George 4 weeks ago. He was already on television yesterday in Cameroon, telling these type of stories, So tomorrow with the KLESF conference, George will be speaking again. So no doubt MDEC, I'm sure they would, if you please include George in the Lot 14 MDEC sort of tech exchange, is it? It will be refreshing to hear how Runlinc has now opened up frontiers as far as Africa for Malaysian friends, for Australian friends, so all my Riota sort of friends, because we are also involved in IAA, International Academy of Astronautics, which has a huge presence for need for STEM type of subjects, you see. So in Cameroon, we are part of the coordinator in our team there of NASA and UNESCO supported IAA headquartered in Paris. I went there in 2017. So even aerospace, through this group of teachers, I'm sure some teachers have interest in aerospace. So through Adil, connecting back to South Australia, and Cameroon through George. So many, endless. And then Thailand as well.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Peng. So I think we're going to start our quizzes right now. So
Okay,
Mr. Adil, if
you have to leave, we say goodbye to you now.
Oh,
Sure.
Adil,
Thanks everyone.
Okay.
And thanks
Bye,
for
Mr.
inviting me
Adil.
for this event.
Thank you.
Good luck with the event.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Bye.
Bye.
So,
Okay. So right now I'm going to start our quiz. Actually, this quiz is very short quiz by using Quizzes apps. So it contains 5 questions, which is so easy, and our audience really cannot wait anymore to answer this quiz. So let me share. So this is the quizzes. So I'm going to start the game in maybe 5 minutes for the audience to enter the game. Just click the link. I will share the link with Zoom. So Cikgu Zaki will share the link also to Facebook and YouTube. So Cikgu Zaki already pinned the message, pinned the link of today's quizzes. So we wait for the audience to click the link and enter the game. So we already have one participation, Lee Chong Bang. So maybe we wait until 5 minutes. Before we start the games. Only 5 questions about our last 7 project, and it's very easy to answer. But the winner is depend on the correct answer and also the fastest amongst the others participate. So you answer it correct and you answer fast, then you can win.
Maybe you can tell everyone what they win again, just to remind them.
So the winner will get the kit, Runlinc kit, and the electronic kit from Runlinc, sponsored by PGSM. We find 3 winners: number 1, number 2, and number 3. So all the winners with the highest mark
I
and
have a
fastest.
question. How can I start the quiz? How do I join?
Josh, do you have quizzes apps in your phone?
I'm using the laptop.
If you're using the laptop, you go to chat column, and then there is the link I attached at chat, and you just click the link.
Go to the chat box there. You see the link there? At 10:55? Yeah.
They're
Click on-
asking me, how are you using Quizzy at a business, personal use, or at a school? Which one should I choose?
You need to be registered to play this game, right?
Yes, because you registered by entering your email address.
Yes.
Because we want to know who is the winner.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I've
If
done
the
that.
name's random, it's difficult for us to find the winner.
Have you got it? Josh, you are the student.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm entering.
Yeah, good. So do we need to search for quizzes on any topic, or how do we join? Welcome, Peng, it says.
So I will try to join because my line is lag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have, well, it says welcome, Peng. So is that all I need to do, Najib?
Yes. Sorry, Mr. Peng. What is
Yeah,
it?
I just signed in. It says welcome Peng. Anything else we need to do to get onto the quiz?
So you have to wait until I click the button start, and then we start the quiz. So now we just at the backstage, and after this, I'm going to start the game. Now I wait for more participation from the audience.
We are still not in there. I can see about 8 names here, but George is also not there. Ng Yijun has gone in. And so George has signed up with the link, but I cannot see his name here. He wants.
That's true.
So, click start. Oh, George, you have to click start.
I'm not saying that.
Mr. Peng, do you join it?
Yeah, it says welcome Peng, but I click start. It doesn't have my name there. And George is not there either. Sorry, this is the first time we joined, so we are very unfamiliar with this. So we have to go back to the quiz again. Quizzy. But you already, but you already say welcome. Now you say Peng Chu and start. Is it okay?
Yes, there is your name over there, Peng Chu.
Yeah, now I'm in. So George, did you get it? You have to press start inside the Quizzy.
Number one is George.
I'm trying to connect.
Oh, you're not in yet?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, I'm in now.
They're saying, please ask your students. Oh.
Yeah, you are a student. And then you say, before you get out of that, you say you are, you press start there. Inside there is a start. Not this start at the quiz, but as you join.
Do you find it, George?
You will find the start button in the as you join the quizzes.
As you enter your email address and then you
press start.
Press start button.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Now we have 15.
1 minute. So we have 1 more minute to wait for the audience to join our quizzes. So after that, I'm going to start the quizzes, and the quizzes is about I think 6 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
You getting there, George?
There's something wrong.
Did you go back to joining again? Click the link.
I mean, welcome, George. So
Yeah. Did you see a start button when it says welcome, George?
no.
Welcome, George.
Join quizzes. You have to put in the code.
Yeah. Join, you have to. Could he go back to the link again or what? Normally, what do you do?
Just go back to the link and click once again.
That's right. Just go back to the link in the chat box and click one more time.
I'm not seeing my Zoom. It's as if it's gone. Something like that.
Oh, you can't even see your Zoom anymore. So you can't see my name there. You see
I see my Zoom. The problem is that it's very small. I don't know what I did.
Okay.
Josh, you already clicked the link, right?
Yeah, I click.
Then, what do you see?
Yeah.
I can see. They tell me enter code.
Okay. It looks like you're joining, is it? Quizzy.
They tell me enter code.
Yes, the code. 478.
Let me type it. 478
645.
6.
445.
I put 4 2 times.
No, one time only.
Okay, thank
So
you.
6 digits only, George.
we wait for Josh and then we start.
So are you getting?
For George.
Yeah, I see.
You are in?
Okay, then Josh is in.
Josh is in.
So okay, I press the start button. Now the quiz is start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Four minutes left. Now Ang Jun is number 1. There is 4 questions and Ang Jun answer 5 questions, all correct. So the point for Ang Jun is 4,640. So now you need to correct all of the question and need to be faster than Ang Jun to be number 1. If you become number 2 also can, because number 2 also get the prize.
Josh, you are doing well, Josh. Master Josh.
So 2 minutes left, 2 minutes left. One minute left.
Teacher, he has topped the whole class now.
Lee Chong Bang, number 1. All question is correct and so fast, faster than Ang Jun, so he become number 1. 4,830. Cikgu Zaki also joined, but number 6. But never mind, Cikgu Zaki already had the key. So I will end the quiz in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Amazing. Well done. I was watching their score, so I didn't even play.
Score is very tight.
Amazing. Well done, man. So who are the winners?
Usually the winner is right away after the quiz end, but now it doesn't mention yet. So let me see it, my library.
Very interesting.
Only 5 questions. Oh.
Did you enjoy it, George?
Yes, sir.
Amazing.
Wait, okay, wait.
Runlinc challenge, yeah.
Runlinc challenge. Okay. So now the winner is Lee Chong Beng.
Yeah.
So Lee Chong Beng got number 1, and number 2 is Ng Yi Jun, and number 3 is Yvonne SQT.
Okay.
So we're going to contact you as a winner. We're going to contact you as soon as possible. So get ready with your screenshot that you already finished the quizzes. So if there is no screenshot, also can. Don't worry, because we have the evidence that you already win. So Cikgu Suhaili will come after you. We'll come after you and give you the prize. Don't worry about that. Okay,
We expect each of them to have 5 projects already by the time they get the chips. Amazing. Well done. Congratulations. 1, 2, 3. So who is Yvonne?
Who is Yvonne?
Yvonne, can you introduce yourself, Yvonne, please?
My name is Yvonne Helly.
And you're from?
Kulim.
From where?
Kulim.
Kulim, right. So you are also part of this Ng Yi Jun's team, is it? Yeah, that's Yvonne. So you are together with Ng Yi Jun?
Together with my father.
Yeah, so are you, so in Kulim, you are a student there?
Yes.
What form are you in?
From 1.
From 1. Very good. Well done. So we have another induction of another student here, which is very good, Cikgu. Oh, the Cikgu. Look, your efforts is being spread all over Malaysia now. Seriously. And as I said to Adil earlier, this type of content will be presented hopefully in Thailand. Thailand, we expect about 50 countries. If we start working on it now, because they themselves have 20 universities involved in Thailand, as well as 19 universities from Europe. And then through our network, we are in 38 countries through ARTDO. Yeah, ARTDO is very useful name to know, I think. It's called Asia Regional Training Development Organization, ARTDO. It has a membership from 38 countries, including USA. So this PGSM story, tomorrow, obviously, we'll be telling it together with everybody. Welcome to attend. Those who are listening in. I think Miro already put or Chegu Suhaili already put in the KLESF brochure into the Telegram, is it? If not, we'll put it in tonight. And tomorrow, what time, Miro, you want to explain a bit?
You can share with us.
Not share yet, huh?
No.
Oh.
So it's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Malaysia time, KLESF. So the science fair there that we actually are speaking and presenting, Peng, myself, and there will be 5 countries actually speaking, people from Thailand. George will be there, as well as
Dr.
other speakers from
Thailand,
Bhutan, etc. Yeah, Dr. Sompon as well. Yeah.
So Cikgu Suhaili, it's the same thing that we spoke about, similar thing at the MTE, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll get you to, are you free at that time, 4 p.m. to say a few words? On behalf of PGSM? We can be talking about the training that we did.
Tomorrow, is it tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Malaysia time.
Oh, can. Yeah.
Okay, we will do a bit of practice tomorrow morning if you're free.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. It's similar to the presentation that you did at Malaysia Technology Expo.
Okay.
But now, of course, more contents with what has happened over the last few weeks.
All right.
Weeks, and so thank you so much for all your participation, because this will enrich everybody.
All right.
So thank you, Mr. Peng. Thank you, Prof. Myro. Thank you, George. And thank you also for the winner, Yvonne, Ng Yi Jun, and Bong He, actually. Yang number 1.
Lee. Yeah, Lee.
Lee. Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
Lee Yong Beng. Okay. Lee Chong Beng is there. So I already text you my number, so you can contact me for redeem your prize. Okay, now before we end the session, I would like to welcome the president of the STEM Teacher Association to give a few words, Mr. Noh Sohaili Ali.
Thank you, Mr. Najib.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody. George, especially from Cameroon, so far from Malaysia, Cameroon. At this very sad night, actually, this is our last webinar, I think, and I believe this is not the last for us to make a conversation on this, because we have more and more program after this, as we planned earlier. Okay, this is not the last. This is just a beginning of a new history in Malaysia. Thank you very much, Myro, for your knowledge transfer. Starting from July until August. I know we are not a good student for you, but we will struggle more, and I
think we are all getting A's here. I couldn't see any B's.
We will learn back about all the lessons we have gone through. Okay, because we already recorded everything here, and at the same time we will gather all the students from the higher education, and also from the teachers that are so interested in this programming. Okay, normally as a starting point, don't just don't give up. I think even we are a small group, yes, this is the starting point, and I believe with the strong effort from each of us, we will make this thing bigger and bigger. And also thank you, Dr. Peng, for introducing us with this, especially to teacher Zaki. He's the first one who knows about this. Okay, without him, I think we're gonna have this sort of webinar. Okay, for 2 months webinar. And of course, we don't know how to learn everything. We have to revise everything. Yes, and we will try to make it bigger, as we believe that this is not the end of the Runlinc programming in Malaysia.
I hope that the membership will increase, because Like for instance, if I can mention this so that we can have a takeaway message from what you have just said, Cikgu Suhaili. There is a project called Green Box from Kuching, St. Teresa. And that Green Box has basically 3 impacts. One, the purpose of the Green Box is actually to reuse those dead fluorescent tubes. Yeah, there are 2 billion, according to the student research, who have won a lot of competitions. There are 2 billion spent dead tubes, fluorescent tube, which has mercury inside. And if you have to break the 2 billion tubes, you may be finding this mercury, heavy metal, very toxic, going into the food chain, which is not good, right? Heavy metal, and adding to the lead and things like that, you know, in the end, it will affect the human's DNA in the long term. And if you then have to remake the 2 billion tubes, if not for this Green Box, let's say, then you have to use a lot of electricity to make those glass tubes so that you can replace it, you see, while the discarded one already broken into the landfill, into the dumps. The electricity could possibly, mostly at the moment, come from the dirty source, from the coal. Yeah, and because it's too expensive to recycle them at the moment, so you have to remake them because people want it. So then this electricity will contribute to the carbon emission. So that is the second benefit, is to reduce carbon emission, the greenhouse effect, the climate change. And the third one, obviously, is with this Green Box, we hope that it will get into curriculum. And then hopefully Malaysian students will be able to share this into the ASEAN country as well. So this is again flying the PGSM flag. And so the third advantage is to replace all those harmful online activities, which is identified by United Nations already, with this type of STEM projects, so to speak, to save the world, you see, from your food being contaminated by mercury, yeah, because the mercury vapor inside the tube would get onto the water where the fish, where the animals drink, and then we eat the animals and the fish. So we get it also, ultimately, right? So these are the sort of things that, thanks so much to this group of teachers for the last few weeks, that yes, I have managed to get this story together and telling it tomorrow as well. There's a student telling it tomorrow. And also, I think this IPG director will be speaking too a little bit, because he is trying to connect this to the curriculum of STEM, RBT or something lah. So you can see Malaysia is way ahead of this IoT project already in terms of the ASEAN region. And lastly, just to, I suppose, make everybody feel good, the American professors told us they have never seen projects like that. America's created the word STEM, and they have never seen technology like this in their schools. So there is a huge opportunity for PGSM to connect to the PGSM from USA. You know, just to share, again, this competitive advantage in order to win 3 competitions. Yeah, the STEM competitions, the scholarship competition, as well as the job competition. At least through these few weeks, we come up with the conclusion that this project could help students, teachers, helping students to win 3 competitions in their journey of education, from primary school, secondary school to uni, until they get a job. Yeah, STEM competition, scholarship competition, and a job competition, using the competitive advantage that we have seen over the last 8 weeks. And help is there. The Australian government is there. Adil already invited you to write to him. And the more we tell him about the story, the more this MDEC, Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, MDEC, will be connected to PGSM. You know, because they need you. They are not teachers. They are developing the digital economy that depends on the teachers transferring the skill to all the students. And I'm so pleased that within 8 weeks, we got some schools already starting. You know, Ipoh, I'm sure Cikgu Komati, yeah, Komati has already started making connection with her son's school, you know, St. Michael, up in Ipoh, I think. So then you have Cikgu Lee, who's with Georgetown, just happened to be our SMK Georgetown. Georgetown happened to be our sister city with Adelaide. So what I think we can observe is keep going, like Cikgu Suhaili said, don't give up, and you will be seeing a lot of strange things happening along the journey, which is very positive things. Strange, but positive. So happy stories along the way. And again, I can only say thank you to Cikgu Zaki, like Cikgu Suhaili say, and Cikgu Najib for being so dedicated, and so many other teachers here who have, I can't name them all, but I've seen familiar names here, weeks after weeks. So I'm confident you will go ahead. You'll get a lot of support from your government, from my government, and then the ASEAN governments as well. And this is vital. As a last remark, the AI distraction is very clear already. And we call it AI drug addiction, ADA, right? But it's basically online activities. Some of them are very, very harmful. Not just the games. You know, kids are exposed to very bad things online. Yeah, harmful adult information. Their data got stolen. So that is the range of problem by AI. Besides what we are seeing as you know, the facial recognition type of thing, turning humans into slaves. The control is extremely powerful. You know, remember we said before I press a button to buy a pair of shoes, the shoes already on the way to me. They know all my data. They know all my interests. They know where I live. What do I do? You know, do I live in a certain area where people can afford something? So anybody who has that access to the internet is exposed to this problem that we call artificial intelligence. Of course, AI is very, very important for survival too, in terms of medicine and things like that. Without AI, we wouldn't have been able to develop the vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine, because a huge amount, billions of data that AI is necessary for survival, you see. So, thank you again.
Thanks, Dr. Peng. Thanks, Prof. Mairo. Okay, thanks, Cikgu Suhaili, Cikgu Zaki, and all involved in this webinar. And that speech marks the end of our event for tonight. We will be more confident in using Runlinc as one of the innovative methods in STEM competition. So that's all for tonight's webinar. Thanks once again for you all for joining this webinar tonight. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good night.
And look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. If you have time, 4 o'clock, we go on to hearing this PGSM story.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Thanks. Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye for now.
Okay, thank
Mr.
you.
Lee
Good night.
Chong,
Thank
wait
you.
for your kid.
Been a pleasure. Thank you. See you.
Your kid
Last
will.
photo, last photo, please. Last photo.
We are taking a group picture.
Last
Don't go
group.
yet. Where's George? George disappeared already. That's all right. We got other pictures of him just now. So the rest, if we can, so nice to see all of you. We've been talking to a blank screen just now. Now we can see people. That's nice.
So for the winner for quiz, we already know your data before we sell your prize.
I think
Don't worry about that.
if you walk down the street, all your data are there anyway, the facial recognition.
Can
There's a
we
lot
see
of-
Zaki and Yijun also?
Yeah. And thank you for organizing the quiz as well. I didn't know there's a quiz. And with prizes. Thank you. We are very generous. And Cikgu Zaki, are you available? I forgot how you look already. I didn't see you for 8 weeks.
He's handsome. He's
I think
handsome.
I saw you the first week. After that, I didn't see you anymore. Yeah. So any other
Hi.
pictures?
Okay, so far okay. Okay.
Okay, ambil gambar dulu I take picture
Yeah.
Right.
A quick
Kita ambil.
opening of your camera, please. Whoever can open the camera so that we got some good. Yeah, it's all thumbs up. Yeah, let's give us all together a thumbs up. Well done job. Good job for the last few weeks. It's been really fun. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. And I think Zaki is just coming up, is it? Can you? Wonderful.
Zaki.
So how do we get there? Is there a link there or something? YouTube, just PGSM, YouTube? So you're going to post it into the chat or something?
Yeah, post it in the chat and we can have the link. Also, the Facebook link would be good too.
Yeah. We will definitely share around with our teachers here and students because we do this virtually every day. So I hope that you'll make many friends globally.
Prof. Mairo, I had text you in Telegram because I just now I tried to set up my kit, my Runlinc kit, but it not function well.
Okay, I'll help you with that. Sure.
I send you the video.
Okay, I'll have a
Just
look
need
for
your
sure.
little help.
Okay.
Thanks.
And
Bye,
anyone else,
everyone.
if they have any questions, yeah, please let me know. Yeah.
Thank you. Excellent.
Goodbye and thank you again.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
All the best. Take care. Keep
The
safe.
best. Bye.
Josh, appear again. Josh, where have you been? We're waiting for you to
There was a
take
power
pictures.
shortage here though. Actually, the